All right, Bull Run is fully intact, and guess who came to the party? It's our friend Ethereum.
Oh, I thought it was me. I thought since I've been gone for so long that I was being welcomed back, and apparently not so much. But it's fine though. Okay, let's go with Eth.
My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back to Tech Path, and this, of course, is
Lisa Francoeur.
The one and
back,
only.
Exactly. Often replicated, but no. Was it often replicated? Imitated,
never
duplicated.
Yeah.
There you go. Often imitated, never duplicated.
I like it. All right. So Ethereum, obviously on a pump right now. We're seeing some movement, which in most cases, I think a lot of analysts are really looking at Ethereum now as, hey, guys, it's altcoin season. Let's all come to the party. It's time to ring the bell.
I mean, at the end of the day, like the utility associated with Ethereum and just how many different ways that value is being unlocked will never, I think, not to say never, let me not get ahead of myself, but will keep it a front runner for years to come.
Yeah, one of my biggest holdings, full disclosure, I love ETH, have for quite some time, and just the sense of what it can be, and as ETH 2.0 comes true, it will be interesting to see how really high this can go. If you look at Raoul Pal, he continues to push.
He literally called ETH as 20,000. Yep. So I was like, hey, listen, I'm no Raoul Pal, but I mean, that man, he's been onto something for some time now. So
yeah, he's been and I think his along with others, including Mr. Mark Cuban. So you've got Cuban has the most upside as a crypto investment. What do you think about that?
You know what though, but he's been, I don't want to call him an ETH maximalist, but he's been championing and evangelizing ETH for months now, and he's a tech guy. We were just talking about it before we started rolling. I mean, this is a man who like understands the code.
Yep.
And the truth is that, a lot of the use cases associated with the, NFTs and digital art, we're scratching the surface with what can be done, including real estate, which I find very interesting because these are some companies to have on your watch list: Republic, SafeWire, Real IT.
Yep.
So things are getting very interesting in the ETH ecosystem.
I think when you look at what Cuban has done, one, if you look at his portfolio, we'll jump to that in a second, but he's really kind of gone all in on the NFT gaming. He's obviously part of the team that's running Axie. We've got a lot of activity now in what I think will be the next generation gaming companies, which again, most of which will tie either to the ecosystem of Ethereum or other chains that have that capability. But once 2.0 comes out and we have that kind of transactions and we lose the issue with all this gas fees, then I think it's going to be interesting.
I mean, listen, and let's not forget about the hard fork to proof of stake.
Yep.
So, things are getting very interesting, and, the development community is continuing to gain momentum, and, the number of coins, the number of ETH that's being burned, like driving up the value, driving up the price. So there's a lot of things happening there that are like pushing it.
Yeah. So. Oh, and I think with mainliners like a Mark Cuban, a Raoul Pal, and others, some of which I feel like there's a little bit of the market will look to these people as kind of the influencers.
Sure.
There's a little bit of movement there because of that, but also at the same time, Ethereum just has that ability, which is unique in the sense of new money coming into the market, and we talked about this earlier on the Bitcoin chart, is that when you have new money coming to the market, which we have right now happening, big wallets, or I should say a lot of wallets coming in that are under 30 days, and the first thing they do is they'll get into Bitcoin, and then the second thing is what else, and then
there you have it.
Wham, there
exactly
goes
right.
Ethereum. You also look at smart contracts here. That's because smart contracts, this is back to the article, are able to do so much, including power decentralized finance, which he's big on DeFi, and of course his favorite thing, NFTs. And this was an interesting statement. It says, in fact, I wish I had bought Ether soon. That's partly because I think it's the closest thing we have to a true currency.
Tell him to join the club.
Yeah, he thinks this is going to go into a true, let's trade with it, and utilize it as a wallet. And if you look at companies like, we've done a video on this, like Stripe, which is moving into credit card payments and implementing cryptocurrency into that layer, ETH could be one of those that could be the big kahuna in terms of a transaction, especially if the transaction speeds go up and gas fees go down.
100%. And I think it's also important to call out that with Cuban, the designations associated with his top three. He's like Bitcoin store of value, Doge, a medium of exchange.
Yeah.
So just having a different sort of use case associated with the with his top performers. I also think that's a great strategy for folks out there to be dialing into, to be factoring into kind of how you assess what you're investing in as well.
Yeah, for sure. If you look at Cuban's companies, look at the lineup here. A lot of NFT, obviously driven. I mean, you look at OpenSea, et cetera, Mintable, Zen. I mean, even Lazy. All of those are NFT driven and really moving in that direction, hence being supported by ETH.
And again, one of the things I want to underscore about the NFTs and the smart contract capabilities, which is he touches upon in the article as well, is just that we're scratching the surface as far as like what can be done with these smart contracts. I mentioned earlier about the real estate aspect, but this is another industry that has yet to harness the power of smart contracts, but can, and I'm sure there are going to be a ton of others. So there's a lot of white space here.
Yeah, this was an interesting thing here. I want to jump to this article because I thought this was kind of cool. If Cuban were to start a company today, he would also utilize the new tech, center the business around blockchain tech, smart contracts, NFTs, and which reminds him of the early days of the internet. So we talk about this all the time on the show. This is the era of 1990. It's 1996 all over again. It feels like to me.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, in the sense of Web 3.0, truly taking out the next layer, which a lot of these companies are right in that wheelhouse. I wouldn't be surprised if Cuban ends up being a multi-billionaire based on blockchain 40 years, 30 years after his first billion, which was a communication company, a media company, and has maybe 100x'd that in terms of where they're going, where he's going with this.
More so than any other industry can happen in crypto.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I want to jump to the ETH chart because this is an interesting little move that we are watching happen right now. You guys are, of course, if you see some of our Market Cipher videos with Evan Aldo, a great analyst, really understands Market Cipher. You guys should jump in on some of those because we get into some real technical analysis with these. But let me delete out Market Cipher real quick just so we can get into the sentiment data. So right here with ETH, the last downturn we saw, which was right here on September 17th, we pulled this down and then we started seeing a little bit of sideways action, which was the 63.09 and the 64.51, which was the flip that we were looking for in sentiment. And what we talk about here on the show is anytime sentiment moves into where amplification is higher, then we're going to see run-ups. Now, it's not one of those flips where we're into back here. If you look at this amp right here, 63.02, and we see this kind of run-up right here, again, predicted that run-up. But right here, you see a little bit softer move, hence the sentiment. And right now, the zone is painting this out for, if you look at that high, right around 5,200.
Interesting.
And this would be on October 23rd.
Wow.
So
sounds
a week away.
Ooh, good time to get in.
Yeah. So right here, you see this little hollow out right here where ETH started to move down. Again, predicted in the sentiment data. We do see a little bit of a spike level right here. So we could see this section really kind of move. I just wonder whether or not we'll see any adjustments in this on Ethereum. This may be the thing that we've been waiting on for other altcoins to really jump in. And we've been talking about altcoin season for a while, talking about getting into these. We're going to try to get you guys our low cap gem video soon because I think we may be on the cusp of this really happening soon.
Yeah, if you're looking for those 1000x plus returns, this is where you find them.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, you guys, if you've not jumped into the Diamond Circle, this is something that we've created that really is designed around giving back to our community. The sole purpose of it is to educate you, so you're going to be getting Diamond Circle only member content.
It's free.
Yep, free. And number two, you're going to get airdrops, and that is of digital assets. In fact, we're doing a live stream on Friday, tomorrow. And in that live stream, we're going to be giving away some money. Back to you guys.
If it's free, it's for me. What about you? We got to make sure that we take care of our people, not only offering you free education, but rewarding you.
Yeah. All right.
A little learn to earn model there, Paul.
We're trying to get there. If you guys are over on the podcast, of course, give us some kudos over there. Thank you for the subscribes. We really appreciate it.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, keep watching us. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe and click that bell so that you can be kept abreast of every new video that we release. The markets move very fast, so you're going to want to keep a finger on the pulse. And that's what we're bringing to you on a daily.
On a daily, for sure. Hey, if you guys have some comments, drop them in. Let us know if there's some tokens or some projects you want us to take a look at. Drop them down there. And again, too, don't forget, if you have an idea for a show, or maybe a CEO or a developer group that you're thinking we should maybe get on the show. We've been having a ton of CEOs and developer leads of projects around the world. This week on, we've got Cody coming up, Cardano coming up, Polygon's coming up on the show that will be here. Make sure and drop it in the comments, because that's the best way we can try to serve you guys in terms of giving you what you want. My name is Paul Brown. We'll catch you next time right here on Tech Path.